What if tomorrow morning you looked up at the sky, and instead of one sun, there were two blazing stars burning above Earth, two shadows behind every object, two suns rising over the same planet? It might look beautiful at first, but within days, Earth could begin transforming into a completely different world. Scene 1. The first morning. Imagine waking up and looking outside. The sky is brighter than ever before. Next to our familiar sun, another star is glowing. Not a reflection, not a planet, a second sun. Suddenly, every object around you casts two shadows. Sunlight becomes almost blinding. Phones explode with notifications as scientists around the world scramble to understand what just happened. Because this changes everything. The heat begins. Our planet Earth survives because it sits at the perfect distance from the sun. Scientists call this the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold. But if a second sun appeared nearby, Earth would suddenly receive double the energy. Within hours, temperatures begin rising. Within days, the planet starts heating dramatically. Ice in the Arctic melts faster than ever before. Glaciers collapse, and oceans slowly begin to warm. But the heat is only the beginning. Chaos in the sky, a second sun would not just add heat. It would completely disrupt gravity. Earth orbits the sun because of gravitational balance. But with two stars pulling on our planet, Earth's orbit could become unstable. Instead of a smooth path around one star, our planet might start drifting between both. This could turn Earth into something astronomers call a circumbinary planet. Planets like this already exist in space. They orbit two stars instead of one. But for Earth, the transition would be extremely violent. Weather apocalypse. Now imagine Earth receiving sunlight from two global weather systems would collapse. Massive storms would form as heat energy doubles. Hurricanes would grow stronger. Deserts would expand rapidly. Some regions might experience permanent daylight. Others could face extreme temperature swings. Forests would begin drying out. Wildfires could become unstoppable. And ecosystems that took millions of years to evolve might start collapsing. Scene 5, the sky would look unreal. But before everything goes wrong, the sky would look absolutely incredible. Sunrises would become legendary. Two suns rising at slightly different times. Two glowing stars setting on the horizon. The sky might glow orange, red, and gold like never before. But this beauty would hide a dangerous truth. Because two suns mean twice the radiation hitting our planet. And Earth's atmosphere might struggle to protect us. The long-term future. If Earth somehow stabilized an orbit around both stars, life might adapt. Plants could evolve to handle more sunlight. Animals might become nocturnal to escape the constant brightness. And humans might build underground cities to survive the heat. But if gravity becomes unstable, Earth could face a much darker fate. The planet might be flung out of the system entirely, or pulled closer to one of the stars. Either way, the consequences could be catastrophic. Final twist. Ironically, two suns in the sky is not just science fiction. Some real planets already orbit two stars. Scientists have discovered worlds like Kepler 16b that experience double sunsets every day. But for Earth, the sudden appearance of a second sun would likely turn our home into a burning, chaotic world. A beautiful sky hiding a terrifying reality. So the next time you watch a sunset, remember something strange. Our entire civilization exists because we orbit just one star. If there were two suns in our sky, Earth might never have become a home for life at all. Scene 7, nights would almost disappear. Right now, night exists because the Earth rotates away from the sun. But if a second star suddenly appeared in our sky, darkness might become extremely rare. When one sun sets, the other might still be shining. Large parts of the planet could experience almost permanent daylight. Cities would glow constantly. Scene 13, the day the world changed. At first, people around the world would think it's some kind of illusion. Maybe a rare atmospheric effect. Maybe a giant reflection in the sky. But scientists would quickly confirm something shocking. A second star had appeared near our solar system, close enough to shine in our sky. Telescopes would immediately focus on it, and the discovery would spread across every news channel on Earth. Humanity would be witnessing something that almost never happens in a stable star system. Scene 14, governments and scientists panic. Space agencies would begin emergency calculations. Observatories across the world would analyze the gravity of the new star. Because if its orbit crosses ours, the consequences could be catastrophic. The entire solar system might become unstable. Planets could shift slightly in their paths. Asteroids could be pulled into new trajectories, and Earth could face increased chances of cosmic impacts. What started as a beautiful sky could quickly become a planetary emergency. Scene 15, the solar system feels the change. Our solar system is carefully balanced around the sun, but the arrival of a second star would disturb that balance. The orbit of Mars might shift slightly. The path of Jupiter, the giant protector of our solar system, could change. Even the orbit of the Moon around Earth might slowly become unstable. These small changes might seem harmless at first, but over years or decades they could completely reshape our cosmic neighborhood. Scene 16, Earth's rotation could change. Earth spins at about 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator, but powerful gravitational forces from a nearby star could slightly affect that rotation. Days might slowly become longer or shorter. Tides could grow stronger as the gravitational tug increases. Oceans might begin moving in ways humans have never experienced before. Coastal areas could face massive tidal flooding. Entire ecosystems near the ocean could change dramatically. Scene 17, humanity adapts. Despite the chaos, humans are incredibly adaptable. Scientists might develop new technologies to survive the extra heat. Cities could build reflective structures to reduce sunlight. Farms might move underground or into controlled environments. Solar power would suddenly become incredibly powerful. With two suns, energy production might reach levels never seen before. For the first time in history, humanity might harness almost unlimited solar energy. But even that advantage would come with risks. Scene 18. The psychological impact. For thousands of years, humans have looked up and seen one sun, one familiar star rising and setting every day. But suddenly seeing two suns in the sky would feel surreal. Religions, cultures, and philosophies might interpret the event in different ways. Artists and filmmakers would capture the stunning double sunsets. Children would grow up thinking this strange sky is normal. Human civilization itself might slowly evolve around the presence of two stars. Scene 19. A new type of planet. If Earth somehow stabilizes between both stars, it could become a rare type of world, a circumbinary planet. Some distant worlds already orbit two stars like this. For example, scientists discovered Kepler-1 where two suns move across the sky. On such planets, sunsets can happen twice, and shadows can move in two different directions. If Earth ever joined this rare category, our planet would become one of the most unusual worlds known to science. The final possibility. But there is also a darker possibility. The second star might slowly pull Earth away from its current orbit. Our planet could drift closer to one star or the other. If Earth moves too close, temperatures could skyrocket. Oceans might begin evaporating. The atmosphere could change dramatically. Over thousands of years, Earth might transform into a hot, lifeless world. Final ending. The universe is filled with strange and beautiful systems. Some planets orbit two stars. Some orbit three. But Earth is special because it orbits just one. And that single star, the Sun, provides exactly the right conditions for life. If a second sun ever appeared in our sky, it might create the most breathtaking view humanity has ever seen. But it could also remind us just how fragile our home truly is. Stars might disappear from the sky. For the first time in human history, the night sky could vanish. And with it, something else disappears too. The natural rhythm of life. Life on Earth begins to struggle. Plants rely on a balance of sunlight and darkness. Too little light and they cannot grow. Too much light and they can actually become damaged. With two suns constantly shining, forests and crops could begin to suffer. Animals that depend on darkness for hunting or sleeping would become confused. Bird migrations might fail. Entire ecosystems could collapse. Human agriculture might struggle to keep up with the rapidly changing climate. Food shortages could become a global crisis. The oceans start changing. Our oceans absorb most of the sun's heat. But with two stars pouring energy onto the planet, ocean temperatures would rise rapidly. Coral reefs could bleach and die. Huge sections of sea ice would disappear. As water warms, it expands, causing sea levels to rise. Coastal cities around the world could begin flooding. Storm systems fueled by warmer oceans might become stronger than anything humans have ever experienced. The planet's climate system would be pushed far beyond its limits. The sky becomes blinding. Imagine looking up during midday. Two suns burning above you. The sky glowing brighter than ever before. Shadows splitting into two directions. Sunlight reflecting off clouds and oceans. In some places, the brightness might become so intense that looking at the sky without protection becomes dangerous. Temperatures in deserts could rise to extreme levels. Some regions might become nearly uninhabitable. Earth would slowly begin transforming into a hotter, harsher world. Gravity could change everything. But the biggest danger might come from gravity. If a second star appeared close enough to Earth, its gravitational pull could distort our orbit. Our planet might begin drifting between the two stars. This could create unpredictable seasons. One year might be extremely hot. Another year might become freezing cold. Eventually, Earth might even be pulled into a completely new orbit. And that could decide the fate of our entire planet. A planet between two stars. There is a small chance Earth could stabilize between the stars. In that case, our world would become something astronomers call a binary star planet. Planets like this exist in distant star systems. One famous example is Kepler-1 6b, which orbits two suns. On that world, sunsets happen twice. Two stars slowly sink below the horizon. But even in those systems, life would face extreme environmental challenges. For Earth, adapting to two suns might take thousands or millions of years. The fragile balance of our planet. The truth is, life on Earth exists because of a very delicate balance. The perfect distance from our star. The right atmosphere. The right temperature. Everything aligned perfectly around the sun. If a second sun appeared tomorrow, that balance could collapse almost instantly. What might look like the most beautiful sky in history could slowly turn our planet into something completely unrecognizable. So the next time you watch a sunset, be grateful there is only one sun in our sky. Because sometimes in the universe, more light can actually mean more danger.